Why is the media not talking about this video of Karoline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, beckoning somebody to come over to have the African American police officer move away from her?
She can't stand next to a man of color?
Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's your girl Cindy and I'm back again today with another video. I trust you guys are having a beautiful and wonderful time today. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So the White House press secretary Karoline Leavitt is going viral on TikTok because of this video right here. I don't know if you have seen this video because it is going viral and people are weighing in. Stay with me guys. Let's just find out why this video is going viral.
I think anybody that didn't support it as a Republican, I would consider to be a fool. It's a great bill. It's a great bill for America.
Okay, if you did not see that, let's put it in slow-mo for you.
I think anybody that didn't support it as a Republican, I would consider to be a fool. It's a great bill. It's a great bill for America.
How about some close-ups? Anyone?
I think anybody that didn't support it as a Republican, I would consider to be a fool. It's a great bill. It's a great bill for America.
Right, now I know why this video is going viral. Let's talk about it. So, in that video, you could literally see her pointing at the black guy, the police black guy, and she was looking at someone, probably asking that person to tell the black man to step aside. But then people were saying, oh, maybe they didn't want him to appear in the camera like in the video. Probably some protocols or something, asking him to go back to his position or, it could be anything. Like the comment section, baby, is crazy. But then I saw this video right here. This video explains everything that we need to know. Now stay with me guys, let's just have a look at this clip right here so we can confirm if probably she didn't want him to stand beside her or maybe they were asking him to go back to his position. Stay with me guys, let's check this video out.
As a follow-up to the video that I posted regarding the police officer behind President Trump, this is President Trump entering Capitol Hill to go address the GOP when he was trying to encourage them to pass the big beautiful bill. So as you saw, he came up the hallway and that police officer was already standing at his post. I believe that probably is where he's supposed to stand inside the Capitol building. So he was standing there. Trump stopped in front of him, and then you'll see in a moment the first guy is going to motion for him to move out of the way, move out of the frame. The police officer is going to think that he's asking him to address something, and you'll see him step back into frame. See right here, he's getting ready. He's like, okay, move out of the way. Police officer thinks he's supposed to be addressing someone that's in the background, steps back. The guy's like, no, get out, move out. And so he moves out of the way. So then this is when Trump is finishing up speaking. You'll see he's standing there. That's his pose. He's supposed to be in that section of the hallway. Trump's walking away. Now, this is when Trump's coming back out of the GOP. The second clip that I had in my original video. So the guy's still at his post. Now, watch Karoline. She's like, hey, I don't want this guy standing here. Get him out of here. So this is a whole different time. And one last quick thing. If it was just because they didn't want anyone else in the frame besides Trump and Mike Johnson, Why does Caroline get to stay in the frame? Why does she need to be there, but the police officer needs to move? Still don't understand.
In the comment section, some people were defending her. Some people said, oh, that was not what she meant. She wanted the guy to step aside. Probably, again, they don't want him to be in the picture or in the video, right? Now, I want us to please have a look at this comment right here. So this comment says, actually, these were separate incidents. The first frame going in to address GOP, and the second was when Trump came out of GOP an hour or so apart. Both times, the officer was at his post. Both times they told him to, step aside. You could see they were literally stressing the guy, like, go that way, hide, come out, and all of that. Of course, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I don't know the conversation. I am only reacting to what people are posting or what people are saying on TikTok. And of course, I thought to bring this video here so we all could see it together and look at other people's perspectives. It could be, she didn't mean it that way. It could be she really didn't want him to stand beside her. Now, I have put together a few videos. Let's just hear what people said. And of course, I'm going to show you some random comments. People are really dragging her. I mean, majority of the people that are reacting to this are saying that she wanted the black man to step aside. Because you can literally see that where he was standing was his post, like his duty post. So the guy was confused at some point. Should I hide behind the pillar? Should I stand there or here? I mean, the whole thing was really stressful. Check these videos out.
I'm sorry, but what was going on with Karoline Leavitt the other day? Did you guys see that video when Trump was talking to the media and she was like right in between him and Mike Johnson in the background, probably thinking nobody was watching her. And she's over there doing one of these things and she was standing right next to a black officer and she's making this face at somebody like, get him away from me. And she kept darting her eyes over, looking at the other person, being like, get him away from me. And then eventually the officer moves slightly away to her left, a little farther away, because I think he was, like when somebody's talking about you or it's like about you or you think it's about you, like you kind of sense that, right? And I think that officer sensed that she didn't want him by her. Like, am I reading this wrong? Did I read too much into this? Because maybe something else was going on. I don't know. But it really looked like they're saying, you know what, I thought we did away with DEI. I thought we did away with black people, essentially, and it's all, our white supremacy has taken over, and how dare this man be in my presence as Karoline Leavitt. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? That's what it looked like and felt like to me as she was looking off screen at somebody saying, get this monster away from me. Absolutely ridiculous, but this is what the Trump administration is, and this is what we're going to continue to see. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse because these people in the administration, just everyday Americans, feel more and more emboldened to be racist, say racist things, do racist things, feel their racist thoughts, and express them out into the open because they think they are now untouchable because Donald Trump is the way he is, and Karoline Leavitt is just an extension of his arm. And for her to sit there and do that, if I read that correctly, and if other people have read that correctly, it's just another, I don't even know, disgusting at this point. It's just, what are you supposed to say? This is just what it is. It's so unfortunate this is where we are, that somebody's going to stay in there and basically get this man away from me because I'm this little dainty white person and I'm afraid for my safety. But this is where we are right now in this country, and this is what this administration is doing. So did I get that wrong? Did I read into that wrong? What are your thoughts?
While we're still talking about Karoline Leavitt coming into a space where that black officer was already present and she had a problem with him and he backed away, is the point I'm trying to make. He backed away because he sensed she was the type of crazy white woman who would accuse him of a crime that he didn't even commit just because he was a black man. Sad, but I'm right. You know I'm right. That's why that man backed away.
Why is the media not talking about this video of Karoline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, beckoning somebody to come over to have the African American police officer move away from her. Why is the media not talking about this? I'm seeing it on social media, but I'm not seeing it in the media. Is this thing doctored? Maybe. Is this thing photoshopped? Maybe. Because the mainstream media should be covering this like no tomorrow. If this is 100% accurate, this really shows exactly what they stand for. It shows the truth of what they stand for.
Okay, so I just saw a video. I can't stitch it because TikTok's being TikTok and making it so when there's certain videos, it's kind of hard to share them where you can talk over them. Like one I just saw of, what's your name? That has the mouth that looks like a puckered up anus? Press secretary? Whatever her name is. Yeah, anyway, this isn't a surprise. Obviously, we know she's racist, but there was some press conference where she was standing next to a police officer who happened to be black and basically gestured for him to step further away. And once he finally got far enough away that he wasn't in her space, she sigh of relief. So my thought of it is, don't give her hate. There's no hate in a Trump's America. So I think any person of color who happens to see her, I think you need to just get up in her face with all the love and the happiness, just crowd around her to let her know how much we care about her. Just every chance we get, every person of color, every chance you get, I think you need to just share space with her. As much space as possible. Don't touch her. Keep your hands to yourself. But just do Roadhouse rules and just be nice. And keep being nice and just, nice the fuck out of her. Come on, we know how to do it. You know. Come on, you know how to be nice. You know how to be nice. Come on. How you doing? How you doing, Miss Thing? Look at you. Looking nice. Come on. And while you're doing that, be better, be safe, and as always, be prepared. Come on.
I think anybody that didn't support it as a Republican.
If you've not seen that video, go back and watch it and see what she just did. She was pointing at the person of color right next to her. He was an officer doing his job. And she's like, how racist. She can't stand next to a man of color? Like, wow. We're in 2025. This whole administration is just something else. Oh my gosh. If you don't think they're racist, then I don't know. You just don't know, because maybe you're a person who's white, but like that's what racist behavior looks like.
So by now, I'm sure most of you have seen the video of Karoline like side-eyeing the black officer. I believe this happened yesterday, and it looked like someone from behind the camera asked him to move away, and he did. And it's just, I have so many things to say, but I'm just going to keep this short. If everyone who sees that video can show her disgusting behavior by reposting, talk about it, I think she needs to be held accountable. Not like anything will happen to her. I mean, literally, she was hired to lie to the world and to spread hatred. She's just, to me, a very pathetic, small woman who is kind of like the female version of Trump, only, I guess, a little bit younger. But what she did to that cop was so fucking rude that in turn, and I want people to get along. I really do. But at this point, I just can't blame anyone for disliking anyone.
Well, actually meaning like black people disliking white people, because I would too. Like, to me, she is mortifying and embarrasses me. The stupid look on her face. So, my advice to black people when you're near one of those like racist MAGAs, and usually you could tell, not always, but so they just have a very bad, evil energy. You, do things like that to them. Look at them and make sure they see you, and then like step aside, or clutch your purse, or if you're a man and you don't have a purse, uh make sure you put your hand over your pocket. Turn it around on them. It's time. They're gross. She's gross. This administration is gross. And I would rather be around that lovely cop than any white MAGA Republican any day of the week. So just please, anyone who sees the video, just repost, because I want her to get questioned in her next press briefing. Okay, so to KK, Karoline, you really are an embarrassment to this country, just like every other MAGA and racist.
I don't know why people are so confused as to why Caroline Leavitt, I don't care how to pronounce her name correctly, why she didn't want to stand next to that black police officer. Why are y'all shocked? Why are y'all shocked that they're so blatantly racist now? Why are y'all shocked that you see a lot more Klansmen walking outside? Why are y'all so shocked seeing people say the N-word so much now? Because the Grand Wizard is in the White House. That's why they feel so confident doing what they do. And I still have not forgotten whenever David Duke, the Grand Wizard, during that time whenever Trump was first running for office, literally endorsed him. And he said he didn't even know him. But hate is not allowed in Trump America. Bro, wake up. I'm tired.
There's something else I think people are missing with this whole interaction between Caroline Leavitt and the police officer. Now, you guys are going to call me crazy, and I understand that, but what's not being said is that she chose to stand in that spot. She chose to enter that man's space. If you watch the video that is posted in the description, all right, when the president first comes down the hallway, originally they gesture for him to move out of the frame of the camera. And we all know why, all right? It's obviously not just because they, want the shot to just be the president. We know that there was a reason for that. You can even see in the way that his security gestures at him. It's like, first of all, the cop does not work for President Trump's security, but the way he gestured at him made it seem like, hey, do what I say. And for starters, I wouldn't have gone anywhere. In fact, the cop moves over, but you can tell he looks back and he's like, this is as far as I'm going to go. Like, you're not going to tell me where I can and cannot move. Now, Caroline Leavitt, when they come back after the meeting with the GOP, when they come back down the hallway, you can see she could go anywhere. That hallway is big enough for her to stand anywhere, but she chooses not just to stand behind the president, she chooses to stand literally right next to the police officer. In fact, she bumps into him. She brushes into him. She did that on purpose. Now, I know everybody's making a big deal of her making the face and the gesture, looking like she was in danger and pointing at him to get him to move. But do not overlook the fact that she chose to enter into his space. Now, why do I bring these things up? Okay. Again, I know they sound ridiculous. I grew up in church. All right. I lived in the Bible Belt. I worked in churches. I have met thousands of evangelical young women just like Caroline Leavitt. Women who always get overtly racist and downright performative when they get around black men. And more often than not, in my experience dealing with these women, is that they will be overtly racist and act like they don't want to be in the presence of black men. But oftentimes, that is a way for them to cover up a secret that they don't want the people in their usual social circles to find out. And that is that they have an attraction to these men. I'm telling y'all, this is not just a theory. I've seen this behavior before. It's actually more dangerous than her just being straight up racist. Because if what I'm saying is true, and she does have that little secret, okay, she is the type of person that is willing to put people in harm's way before ever owning up to who she is or holding herself accountable. But I'm telling y'all, I've watched this clip, okay? You may call it a reach, but I've been watching this clip over and over again. I've seen the long version, short versions, up close. I'm telling you, I've seen this behavior before. She let her guard down. She did. But once she registered that she was on a camera, she had to change her behavior. I am going to take this theory with me to my grave.
So I took some screenshots of comments, randomly so you guys can see what other people said. Please pause to read these comments if you want to. But I'm going to read out some for you because I want us to please talk about this. People are saying that was nothing like racism. She was only trying to redirect the cop where to stand, basically. But have a look at this comment. This one says, they don't want him to be in the picture. They just want them to stand in there. It's nothing racist. Right, so they don't want him to be in the picture. I need you to please go back to that clip because I know that there are some other people behind. So if that be the case, those ones would definitely be in the picture and they were not asked to step aside. I'm just saying this. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. Now, this other comment says, why should he move? He was doing his job. The other comment says, they didn't want him in frame because of his skin complexion. So obvious. The other comment says, that's okay. She doesn't need any protection from any officers of the law. If she can't, just let this man do his job. The other comment says, we all know what it is. Anyways, you guys, you can please pause to read the rest of the comments. I just thought to bring this video here. Let's just talk about it because people are saying a lot of things. Again, some people say she didn't mean it. She wanted the guy to step aside because they do not want him to appear in the picture. But then again, the guy was literally standing at his duty post. She walked and stood beside him. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know the conversation. I don't know. But I just thought, again, to react to this. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, guys. And thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another one. I'm going to see you all in my next video. Y'all have a beautiful evening. Bye.